Hello my dear students, welcome to today's class. Today we are starting a new chapter. A chapter name is Flower to Flower. Chapter 3 is Flower to Flower. Let me write the name here. Chapter 3 Flower to Flower. In this chapter, we are studying about different specialities of flowers and importance of flowers in a plant and different plants which having different types of flowers, and the last portion is different types of fruits. Are you ready for the class? Then let's start our class. There are different types of flowers around us, isn't it? Can you give some examples for flowers? There are many flowers around us. Yes, jasmine, rose, water lily, lotus, marigold, etc. etc. There are different types of flowers around us. Then, every flowers are different each other, isn't it? They are having different colors, fragrance, etc. So, you have to say in which ways flowers are different each other. In their color, fragrance means smell, and number of petals, size, shape, etc. So these flowers are different in different aspects. They are in number of petals, their color, fragrance, size, shape, etc. Then do you know for what purpose we are using flowers? We are using flowers in different ways, isn't it? Can you give some examples for the uses of flowers? Yes, we are using flowers for decoration. And some flowers are using for preparing perfumes, colors, medicines, etc. So these are the common uses of flowers. For decoration, for preparing perfumes, medicines, colors, etc. Now we have to study the part of a flower, which are the different parts of a flower. Are you ready for that? Then all of you look at this flower. Do you know which flower is this? It's our hibiscus, isn't it? It is red in color. Then we have to study about different parts of a flower. So let's start. The first or the top part of a flower is androecium. Here is the androecium of a flower. This particular part is called as androecium. And the second one is corolla. The second part is corolla. And the next one, this particular part is called as gynoecium. This is gynoecium of a flower. And another part, this, all of you look at here, this cup-like part is called as calyx, and this portion is called as thalamus, and here is the pedicel of a flower. These are the important parts of a flower. Here is androecium, corolla, and here is gynoecium, and this one is called as calyx. This cup is called as calyx, and this portion is thalamus, and this stick is called as pedicel. These are the important parts of a flower. The important parts of a flower is androecium, corolla, gynoecium, calyx, thalamus, and pedicel. Is it clear? Then let me write the name here. The first part is androecium, second one corolla. All of you listen here. The second part is corolla. Third one gynoecium. Next one calyx. Next one thalamus. And the last part is pedicel. These are the important parts of a flower: androecium, corolla, gynoecium, calyx, thalamus and pedicel. Then we have to study about the functions of these different parts in a flower. For what purpose a flower having this much parts? Okay, so first of all we are starting with androecium. So here actually androecium consists of some other part. Here this particular small bud-like portion is called as anther and this small tube is called as filament. So androecium consists of other two parts, they are anther and filament. This small ball is called as anther and here this small tube is called as filament. Androecium consists of anther and filament. Then what is the function of androecium in a flower? Androecium is the male reproductive organ in a flower. So androecium is the male reproductive organ in a flower and it consists of anther and filament. Let me write here, androecium is the male reproductive organ. Male reproductive organ. It consists of anther and filament. And the second part is corolla. Do you know what is the function of corolla in a flower? So here is corolla, isn't it? Then in hibiscus it's red in color and in jasmine it's white in color, isn't it? So corolla gives different colors to a flower and it gives fragrances and it gives attractiveness to the flower. So these are the functions of corolla in a flower. It gives different color, fragrance and attractiveness to the flower. So the function of corolla is it gives different colors, fragrance and attractiveness to the flower. Let me write here, corolla gives different color, fragrance and attractiveness. And the third portion is called as gynoecium. And here is the gynoecium of a flower. Here is the gynoecium of a flower. Like androecium, gynoecium is the female reproductive organ in a flower. Gynoecium is the female reproductive organ in a flower. And gynoecium consists of another parts, they are called as stigma, style and ovary. Together we are saying gynoecium, but actually it consists of stigma, style and ovary. This particular part is called as stigma. In hibiscus, here is the stigma of a flower. This is called as stigma and this tube is the style of hibiscus flower and here is the ovary of hibiscus. Is it clear? Gynoecium is the female reproductive organ in a flower and it consists of stigma, style and ovary. Let me write this here. It is the female reproductive organ, and consists of, all of you listen here, consists of stigma, style and ovary. So these all about gynoecium in a flower. And the next part is calyx. We have already studied that calyx is a cup-like part, isn't it? Then I will show a calyx in front of you. Here it is a bud of hibiscus. Then now we can see that it is covering the bud. Calyx is covering the bud, isn't it? So all of you say, what is the function of calyx in a flower? It protects the bud. Calyx protects when it is a bud. After blooming, it holds different parts of a flower. After blooming, here is the calyx and corolla, this and the filament, everything is here. So it holds different parts of a flower. When it is a bud, it protects the bud, and after blooming, it holds different parts of a flower. Is it clear? So let me write here. It protects the bud. And next part is thalamus, and here is thalamus. This particular part is called as thalamus. And do you know what's the function of thalamus in a flower? Here, thalamus holds different parts of a flower. Thalamus holds different parts of a flower. So let me write here, it holds different parts of a flower. And the last part is pedicel. Here, this is called as pedicel. Then what will be the function of pedicel in a flower? It helps to connect the flower with the plant, isn't it? It helps the flower to connect with plant. This particular part is called as pedicel, and it helps the flower to connect with the plant. So that's the function of pedicel in a flower. So these are the different parts of a flower and their functions. Is it clear? Then we have to study what will be the importance of a flower, why a flower having this much parts. And I am giving an activity. You have to draw a picture of hibiscus flower and you want to mark the different parts that we have done here. Are you ready for that? Then the remaining portions we can discuss on the next class. So that's all for today. Thank you.